Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a chit chat video life update, an all around kind of overlook of how my 2017 has started and what January has brought. I am extremely happy right now with where I am at in life. It's a lot better than what it has been, and I am sure that happiness, love, joy, loyalty, honesty, determination, drive, like everything will come. But I am totally down to make 2017 my year. Politic wise, I'm worried, but I'm not worried. Because I do believe in God, and that is the only president of my life. For all the years that I've been living, that's my president. He's gonna get me through this year, through whatever trials and tribulations that the president, vice president, or whoever try to bring us U.S. citizens down. But relationship wise, as you guys know, I did have a girlfriend from January of last year and of 2016, and me and her talked, was somewhat together, somewhat not. It was like a in-between toss-up type relationship up until April, and then I went on vacation, and she broke up with me before I went on vacation for my birthday weekend, and that was put me in a really rough place. And being raw with you guys, it was hoish of me. But might as well put it out there because I want to be real honest with you guys. Moving on in my YouTube relationship with my subscribers and my channel in general. So she broke up with me before I went on my vacation, and on my vacation I did get super happy. And what I mean by that is drunk. On my birthday, I ended up contacting my best friend's ex-girlfriend, and me and her started talking. We started getting serious, and I got with my best friend's ex-girlfriend. It did ruin my relationship with my best friend. However, my relationship with my best friend was failing prior to this, which I don't know if she knows it or not, but it was. I seemed like we were becoming distant. We weren't really talking, and even though you can have that best friend, we talked every day. We went to school together. We talked, we texted, no matter what it was, but we just started seeming real distant. And even if we was super busy, like, we was always talking, but we just started getting distant, and I wasn't really feeling it, and I didn't really say much. And like the saying is, a closed mouth don't get fed. So, that was kind of what on my part too. But when I got with my ex-best friend's ex-girlfriend, and what was crazy is because I did go out to drinks with my best friend a couple days before she found out, and I acted like nothing was wrong, and I acted like there was everything was fine, but really, technically, with me having my own house at the time, her ex-girlfriend was at my house. So anyways, so I was with her up until July, and we were on a break, I guess. I believe it's around this time, but we were on a break, and then during the time of being with her, my ex-girlfriend, my very first girlfriend from January, we're just going to call her girlfriend number 1 and girlfriend number 2 for the second chick. But girlfriend number 1 tried to get in contact with me, sent me some songs that were ours and that were special to us. And girlfriend number 2, I did do some things that were horrible and should have never did, like being on the phone with girlfriend number 1 while girlfriend number 2 was in the bedroom, all hours of the night. So, that was that. But we broke up a couple times. And even though that we are no longer together, we are still friends and we still talk, text every day almost. And we recently did get into a huge argument, which I regret allowing to happen on my part. Excuse me. I regret a lot of things from that. But what I have grown to know is that this fight actually kind of brought us a little closer. And what I mean by that is the fact that we still hang out. We had a talk today, and it was like a talk of clarification and honesty and acknowledgement of some issues and some situations. So it was good to have that talk with her, with girlfriend number 2. Now, I no longer have ties with girlfriend number 1. We don't talk at all. We have said our goodbyes. We don't say nothing completely to each other at all. I do wish sometimes she was a friend because she has been there through a lot with me. But it's difficult. But, you know, I did mess up her heart. I broke her heart. And as much as she was trying to give me hers to love her, I broke hers, as well as the second girlfriend. I broke hers as well. And my actions did speak louder than what I was saying, and I need to remember that. That actions do speak louder than words. But another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the fact of my living situation. Most of you guys know I did lose my house, and I'm living with my parents. I'm sorry that I'm saying a lot. I'm just wanting to have this sit down conversation with you guys, and I'm just trying to get everything out there. But anyways, I live with my parents. My son does stay with me, and I'm right now still in the process of my divorce. I'll wait. Yes, I was separated from my husband November 12th, 2015. He has not been in the household nowhere, you know, in this household nor the home that I was living in 2016, my own place. He wasn't there. He wasn't there from January to December, and now up until now. He hasn't been nowhere around. I mean, he's been in our son's life, but he hasn't been a husband, and we are no longer together. We are legally married. There are some things on his part. I'm trying to do everything on my part to get this divorce on the ball, and I should have did it really last year, but it's really taken a toll on me this year, in the beginning of this year. But I have to give up. I have to keep going, but I have to give up on him because I know that he's not going to get nothing done. And that's not bashing him. He's a good father, you know, but certain things that I would think that a man would do, he's not doing. So I can't consider him really a man. The things that he's put me through, I can't consider him a man. The things that we have fought about, I can't consider him a man. Right now, he is just my baby daddy. He is completely just my baby daddy. He's not my baby's father. He is my baby daddy. Another thing is, my son is my world, and I will fight tooth and nail, hand in hand, for my child. I'm going to let you guys know that that is my world. I will never, ever let anyone disrespect him or treat him like he's nothing. That is my baby boy, and regardless if he wants to admit it or not when he gets older that he's a mama's boy, I will always feel in my heart that he's a mama's boy. Even though he does probably have an extremely strong bond with his dad, that is my son, and that is my world, and I will do anything for that child. Anything. To a certain extent. But he makes my world go round. He is my everything. One second. Okay. I had to check the time on my camera. But that little boy is a miracle for me. Even though that I got pregnant when I was young, I got pregnant when I was 18, had him at the age of 19, And I got married at 19, got separated by 20, and was basically being a hoe, going back and forth between women in 2016, which I was 21, and now I'm about to be 22 in 2017, May 2nd, and I am finally single. Now, regardless if I'm still single by my birthday or if I'm talking to anybody, this year is all about me and my baby boy, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to provide for that little kid. Another thing is that in 2016, there's a lot of things that I wish I could do over, and that I wish that I could turn back time. There's certain dates that I do not want to take away at all. And those dates will always be in the back of my head, and I will always remember them. I don't have my best friend here to talk to. It's been a little cold, so I can't go really talk to her. But I know that when it starts getting warmer, I can definitely talk to her. And that's my granny. She died November 19, 2010, and it's almost 7 years later this November that I'm still trying to get over her death. I'm still trying to grieve. Every single time I go to her grave, I cry. Because we have so many deep conversations that she's the only one who really understands me. Another topic that I want to talk to you guys about being raw is the fact that I'm bisexual. My father is a preacher. He's religious, and it's very hard on my family to accept the fact that I'm bisexual. Being with men or being with boys or whatever, from the time I was little up until the time I was 20 years old, and then when I turned 21, I'm all of a sudden bisexual. Yeah, that's how they probably feel, because I was with a woman from January 2016 to December. Okay, I was basically talking to women. I haven't talked to a man. I mean, I talk to men, like boys, you know, guys and stuff that I work with or whatever, but like physically talking and having a connection with a guy, I have not had in a year. A complete year. Okay? I don't find to be talking to a guy this year. I mean, if one comes along, who knows? But I don't find myself talking to a guy. And that is something that they have a hard time dealing with. My mom on the other hand, it's a little like a toss up. I mean, she wants me to find a man, and you know, wants me to wait on God, and you know, she doesn't really agree with the fact I'm with women. Neither does my dad. My dad doesn't really say nothing about it. We don't really talk about it because I prefer not to. But my sisters and my brothers know. My oldest sister knows. And I kind of I don't brush her feelings off, but I have to live my life, and I love my sisters to death. I love my sisters and my brothers to death. I would do anything for them and their kids. But my oldest sister, we don't really talk about it, because it's a harsh topic, and I get extremely offended, super quick, not because of her or anything she says, just because it's the conversation. My brother, he's cool with me being bisexual. He's like, I don't care who you love, be you. You know, he's just that type of person. My other sister, on the other hand, she's like a little skeptical, I think. She's like, wait a minute, you know. And it's to the point where she's cool with it, and me and her can talk about things like that, and we can talk about, you know, the whole girl on girl or any kind of situation, lesbian wise, bisexual wise, we can talk about it. And that's what makes me feel good, to know that I can talk to her about that. Yes, I think being bisexual is going to put a toll on my son. However, for the ones I have been with, girlfriend number 1 and girlfriend number 2, he loved both of them. Right now, because girlfriend number 2 and I, like, the discipline, not so much of like spanking him, but like the tones in our voices, because we can get deep toned, whereas girlfriend number 1 is like a baby tone, and she didn't really like get strict. But when it comes to me or my girlfriend number two, we have more of a tough tone because we were raised, disciplinary wise. Whereas I wasn't really a disciplinary in the beginning because my husband was a disciplinary. But now that I'm a single mom, I have to kind of like be that. So I do have a really sharp tone. So me and her tone are the same. Me and girlfriend number two is the same. She has a little bit more deeper than mine, but he knows that. So he does fear to it sometimes, whether we're just saying come here, he's like, like doesn't want to. But that's only because we have had to discipline with our tone of voice, and he is scared of that. But he doesn't put the two together. Okay, this is a different tone from this tone. So that's where it's a little bit of a difficulty. But both of my girlfriends he did like. If I brought a man into his life, I don't know how it would change. I definitely don't know how it would change because of the fact of my ex-husband. But my ex-husband hasn't had a problem with me having a girlfriend. So I'm not quite sure how it would be if I was to have a man. But that basically ties up everything in this video, and I appreciate you guys so much. Please give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe down below if you haven't already, and comment down below how you guys interact with baby daddies or baby mamas when it comes to other spouses or when they're dating someone else. So I love you guys and thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate every single one of you. Bye.